answer lies in the heart of battle.
King of Iron Fist Tournament.
Mugen TV versus Corner.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Hey guys, it's Mugalora here, and I'm back again with another video. And today I want to talk about something that's really important for those who have been following, I guess you could say, a particular video series that I had created a few years back, which is the Tekken Cross Street Fighter, the mystery behind it, and will it ever see the light of day? This was the video that pretty much garnered me a ton of subscribers and followers because of the extensive background history that I had put into the video. For those who weren't aware that there was going to be a Tekken Cross Street Fighter after the release of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which was the Capcom counterpart to what Bandai Namco was eventually going to do with their version. So why am I talking about this? Well, just recently, we finally get a confirmation that Tekken Cross Street Fighter is officially dead. It's canceled. It's never going to happen. This is, in my opinion, kind of a bummer, because I was really looking forward to Tekken Cross Street Fighter, and Harada had pretty much gave us hope, because about a year and a half ago, he was still asking his community whether or not would they love to see a Tekken Cross Street Fighter, in the near future. And Tekken Cross Street Fighter was pretty much 30% done before the project had died off, according to the latest Harada's Barred episode. Well, Harada has his own episodes where he stays in touch with the Tekken community and, about the development of Tekken and their phases of development and the future of the series. And in a recent episode, he talks about Tekken Cross Street Fighter. So I guess we'll dive a little bit in this article from Event Hubs themselves that gives a lowdown of what happened and who asked the question. Just to head forward, as I quote, in response to a question about Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Kadashiro, Harada, and Ikeda, which is the Tekken 7 director, revealed some interesting details about development. So I quote, "We were working really hard on that. We really were," said Bandai Namco developers. "Wish we could have showed you the models and stuff. We really had really nice models." And I believe them on that, is because if we were to use Akuma as a basis of what to expect from a potential Tekken Cross Street Fighter project, they did a really good job with Akuma and bringing them into the Tekken universe with Tekken 7. So I can only imagine what Chun-Li and the rest of the cast is going to look like. I really want to show them Chun-Li. I wanted to show you guys all the characters, and that sucks. I would love to see what they had done with Chun-Li. We don't even know what the roster was like. I would like to see my girl Jory, if she made it into the roster of Tekken Cross Street Fighter, and how they would look in a Tekken universe. I thought that would be pretty dope. So even if you can't understand Japanese, you can really hear the disappointment in Harada's voice about not being able to show off what was done with Tekken Cross Street Fighter. However, even just showing these models required Capcom's permission. I quote, "But Street Fighter belongs to Capcom, so we can't do it on our own." Of course, it was alluded that we've already seen Akuma's model from Tekken Cross Street Fighter without outright stating it. It's implied that the Akuma's model in Tekken 7 is actually what Akuma was looking like in Tekken Cross Street Fighter. I quote, "You can see Akuma's model," said the developers. "It's pretty cool." So this is what I want to talk about in this sense when it comes to the whole thing, in agreement that Capcom and Bandai Namco had with this whole crossover. It was pretty much done on a handshake between Harada and Ono. They both came together. It wasn't like a contract basis. It was just a handshake. They had got permission, and Ono was going to do his version with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and then Harada was going to do his version with Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Now, as you know, right as of right now, Ono is no longer with Capcom. He had recently left and moved on to other business ventures, and now he's the CEO of some other Japanese company. And I'll pretty much do a video on that later with Ono. But as of right now, since it was done, in my opinion, with this handshake between Ono and Harada, Ono is no longer with Capcom. So that pretty much, I guess you can say, kind of like cancels it or put things on hold, or it muddles the water between the agreement that these two halves, and now that he's not part of Capcom, it's kind of hard to move forward with it, especially if you have a brand new leadership, if Capcom is going in a whole nother direction with the Street Fighter brand, and if Bandai Namco is going a different direction with their Tekken brand. So the whole water is just muddled right now, and it's just sad to see that we'll probably never get a chance to see this. And you can tell, and just by reading the article itself, it states that the developers really wanted to show off what they have, and now they have to get permission if they want to show something off. But I'm gonna continue on with this quote, and then I want to give you farther input of what could possibly happen, in my opinion, just my opinion. So as I quote, yeah, development stopped, but we got about 30% done. Continue the developers on the topic of Tekken Cross Street Fighter. We even had motions, which you can see reflected in Akuma. The developing experience was useful. We wanted to show it, but the project died. So, as to close this article out, from where Harada was saying, it was only 30% done. But it seemed like, in my opinion, that these guys was really passionate about this project when it came to Tekken Cross Street Fighter. As you know, Harada is also a fan of Street Fighter, and Ono was also a fan of Tekken. So the amount of love that they was going to put into these characters, the motions, and whatever the gameplay was going to be, I know these guys are like really bummed out, and you can tell that they was really bummed out, because any two times you are excited as a developer to show your fans what they have and show the community they have, they must really have something really good, and now it will never see the light of day. Now, even though this sounds like bad news, even though it sounds like it's bad news about Tekken Cross Street Fighter, it's not to say that it would never ever happen. I believe that it can still possibly happen, and the fact is that they're mentioning it right now, it could allude that there could still be something in the works, but it could definitely head into a whole nother direction as far as development is concerned. And I just don't think there's a reason why to even bring it up. Even though he's asked the question, I just think it's kind of odd to even bring this Tekken Cross Street Fighter situation up. And now that Capcom had introduced newer characters to Street Fighter V, and of course the Tekken cast has been increased in Tekken 7 with new characters. So pretty much having the cast that they currently had with Tekken Cross Street Fighter, what they had when it was 30% done, they will pretty much have to revamp and retool, revitalize everything all over again, just to incorporate some of the newer things that the Street Fighter and Tekken universe had developed since this game has been shelved for so long. But I still believe, in my opinion, that it can still possibly happen. When? I have no idea, but I wouldn't say things are off the table. I just think that they would have to go back and retweak whatever agreement they have, and whether or not it will be lucrative. I just think this crossover will be a very lucrative crossover. I mean, Street Fighter V is making a crap ton of money, Tekken 7 is making a crap ton of money, and I just think that bringing both communities together, that's just more money for them to both make it and for the community just to love. So, but as of right now, Tekken Cross Street Fighter is dead as of right now. But we don't know what the future may hold. So I wouldn't say hold on, to this hope really strong. Don't hold strong hope, but just still having in your mind that there still could be a possibility the door could possibly be left open in the near future. I mean, you still got fans still waiting for a potential Capcom versus SNK 3, which I would love to see happen, but who knows what the future may hold. We are in a new generation of consoles right now in gaming, in the gaming industry, period. So anything is possible. This is going to be a long generation moving forward, so anything is possible. But that pretty much wraps up this video right here. I definitely wanted to hear your thoughts about this whole situation with Tekken Cross Street Fighter being canceled and just died when it was 30% complete. What are your thoughts on any of this? What potential roster could they have had? What kind of gameplay mechanics? In my opinion, I believe there probably would have been a tag system like Tekken Tag Tournament, but with Street Fighter and Tekken characters. Do you think this had potential to supersede or surpass what Street Fighter Cross Tekken has done? So definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also if you want to be notified for more Bandai Namco news, regardless if it's related to anime fighters or just Tekken in general, just hit that bell to be notified. This is Mugen Lord signing off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.